Assalamu alaikum everyone. We are just waiting for you all to hop in. So I have a special guest today for Tuesdays with Dr. T. So this is Muhammad, my son on the spectrum, and he's here live today, first time, to say hi to you all, to share his point of view, and just to say hi. So today's live is about making him ready for the public school, how I made him ready for the public school system in Canada. Okay, and I'm going to be talking a little bit on what sort of food that I used for him, which helped him to gain his brain development. What did I do in terms of strategies, which has, you want to sit here? Okay, which has helped him to gain a lot of focus, to not be that much, hyperactive, to be able to listen to teachers and everything in between. Okay, so first of all, why don't you tell them who you are? Who are you? What's your name? Can you say your name? You have to say loudly. Everybody's watching you. What's your name? Tell your name. He was not really ready for this. Usually what happens is sometimes he's in the mood of talking a lot, sometimes he is not. So he's extremely excited. Right after this live, we are going to, where are we going?
Dinosaur park.
Nice. Say nicely.
Dinosaur park.
Okay, so we are going to Dinosaur Park. Can you tell us which standard you are going, which class you are going? Grade 1. Okay, what's the name of your school? It's right across the street. Alhamdulillah, it's Hawthorne. Okay, so do you want to say anything to them? Then mommy will continue talking about how I made you ready for school. Do you want to say anything to the aunties and the uncles who's watching you? He's not interested. Okay, never mind. No problem. Thank you so much for coming. Give me 10-15 minutes. Okay, and then we will go out to play. Okay, good boy. Okay, thank you so much. Oh yeah, that's his minion toy. Thank you so much. Jao, babar kache jao. Okay? Yeah. So, first of all, if you want to send your child, if your child is on the spectrum who has a lot of trouble, like, speech development problem, communication problem, hyperactivity, not being able to focus or not being able to follow commands, then it will be really hard for you to send your kid to public school, okay? Because public school system is very much different to the special needs system, okay? So what I personally did is what I'm gonna be sharing with you guys, because here's the thing. I do not believe in just solving the symptom, in just putting a band-aid on the problem. I really feel, and I always have been like this, I always go towards the root of the problem and solve that. So for me, getting Muhammad to a public school was the first priority, because I wanted him to not be in a special school. Why? Because I know what they teach in special school. They don't teach nothing much. It's just play-based, or maybe trying to focus on speech. And here's the thing. If you want your child to learn something, like skills and cognition and things like that, that will help your child to be able to live in the world independently, then you need to teach him in an atmosphere where everybody is able to portray those things, okay? So since I wanted him to grow up, to be independent, to be able to take care of himself, communicate his needs, and have a really successful life, that's why for me it was very much important for his brain development. So I started working on him when he was about 3 years old. So he was severely having a communication problem, no speech. He was hyperactive. He used to hit himself a lot and hit others as well. And he would not, if you called him or give him anything to play, he would not have any cognition. He will just be in his own world. So from there, I had to bring him outside. I had to change his diet. I had to change his lifestyle. I had to do a lot of the things that I teach you guys, right? Our 5 pillars protocol. So the few things that I have done, especially to make sure that he can go to a regular school and grow up with a bunch of mixed people so that he can learn new skills, grow up to be the best version of himself. Here are the things that I did. The first thing I did was I changed his diet, because I know diet affects the brain cognition, hyperactivity, focus, learning abilities or disabilities very, very much. So I changed his diet from the regular food to grain-free, milk-free. I gave him lots of probiotics. I gave him lots of superfoods and other nutritions that I have made a lot of trainings on. And I will post some link in the description so that you can order some of the supplements as well, and things that I have tried and the things that have really given us a lot of information and improvement for him, okay? The second thing that I did for him was I had to make sure that he's being able to focus, okay? He's not that hyperactive. He's being able to sit at a place and listen to the teacher. So remember, this doesn't come right away. It takes time, okay? And I personally don't like forcing him or any kid, or I do not teach like this. No therapies for my kids. Because I don't feel like the reason why your child is hyperactive is because his body and brain is not in state in situ, okay? It's disbalanced. So if I do not focus on the disbalance and make it more, balanced, then the child will always have hyperactivity problem. Then the child will always have focus problem, not being able to follow through the command and all of those things. That's why I did not force him to sit at a table, even though my speech therapist, my occupational therapist, people around me and in the community keep on saying that 3 years ago, it's not now, 3 years ago, they used to tell me like, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to try this. And I didn't do all of those things because I could understand if a child has an innate interest and need to be hyperactive, I cannot force the child and sit, okay? So what I did was I cut off sugar, I cut off preservatives, I cut off colorings and all the other chemicals that are usually found in packaged ready-to-eat food. I always gave him natural homemade things. I gave him a bunch of nice herbs that helped him grow focus, that helped him get calm, okay? And then slowly and steadily, I taught him to sit at a place for like 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 15 minutes, and so on. Okay, so it takes some effort from your part and also from the teacher's part. I will come to it in a minute. So when you are done with the hyperactivity and making sure that your child is sitting at a place so that he can focus, the next thing that you want to make sure is your child is able to follow commands, okay? So following commands comes when your child is actually having the idea of the world. When your child's brain is able to process the information coming from the world. And that cognition does not come very easily. That cognition does not come through training his attention. Okay, if your child has attention deficiency, ADHD, ADD, it doesn't come with training. That's the truth. It doesn't come with training. The attention that you seek, the attention that your child needs will come when the brain, the inflammation in the brain and the dysbiosis in the gut is recovered. That's when your child will gain all of those milestones that he is not hitting right now, she is not hitting right now, okay? So for the command following, what I had to do is I had to keep myself very calm. If I get stressed, like if I am asking him to do something like 5 times, 6 times, it is very natural for us to get angry and then scold the child. That never works with a neurodiverse, especially with somebody whose brain is not in tandem, okay, whose brain is not really capturing the information properly. So I had to always remind myself, he's not understanding what I'm asking him to do. He's not understanding what I'm asking him to do, or, to be himself. So I had to keep myself calm. Serenity comes first. And then I had to also teach myself all of his special needs, which is our 5th pillar, need-based parenting. So I had to teach myself, I had to teach my husband, I still teach him a lot. I had to teach my people around me, my community, my friends and families. I had to teach them that Muhammad has certain needs and he will not be able to, listen to you or follow your command right away. He's learning, but it takes some time. So that was another thing. The other thing that I did was I went to the school. I had a bunch of meeting with the teachers, and then I communicated my needs. I told them that I want my son to be in the public school system, and I also need your help because he has some disabilities or problems, okay? And Alhamdulillah, because I was very positive about it and I was very confident about it, they mimicked my positivity. If you go to a person for help and you are like, you're not sure whether you deserve the help or not, then that person is not going to give you the help. You have to be confident, you have to have the self-esteem that you deserve the help, you deserve their attention, your child needs extra support, and your child deserves to actually go to a regular school system, okay? Even though it's sometimes irritating for some teachers, it happens all of the time, we are all humans, right? So what I did was I spoke with them, I discussed with them, I told them, I asked them their view. So the teachers were like, they're very cool as long as Muhammad can sit, like say, 5-10 minutes. So Alhamdulillah, with their effort as well, with the teachers, slowly but steadily we worked through. He never came to this state where he is now in 2 months, in 3 months, in 6 months, or even 1 year. He is now here after 3 years of me following through all of these things that I teach you, okay? All of the things that I have always taught you guys, tried my best to raise awareness on, because being a special needs, being a special need parent takes a different sort of strength. You need to work on your peace of mind. You need to work on your trauma-based responses, because a lot of the time what happens is when we want our kids to be someone, and then they are not, that's when we get angry because we want to control them. Just like we were controlled when we were kids, we now as parents want to control our kids. That's why we want to control their behaviors as well, okay? The other thing that is important for you to make sure when you are planning or preparing for your child to go to a public school system is potty training. So for that, I have a definitive guide in my blog. I will leave the link as well. So that blog goes through step by step what I have implemented for myself and what I teach to my students as well on how to potty train your child. Because if your child is not potty trained, then the school system, however lenient they are, they will not want to keep your child, okay? Because they're not that interested to take care of your child's, going to the bathroom and whatnot. So that is one of the things that you have to make sure that you grasp. It's very scary. I was extremely scared as well. Trust me, I was feeling like I'm gonna break all over again. I will fail because I did not have confidence in myself and my abilities. My son's success came when I started trusting my abilities. Your daughter's or son's success depends on how you feel about it, about yourself, whether you have the ability or capacity, or whether you want to follow through the motion of being that strong person. Okay, I love this quote. I didn't know how strong I was until being strong was the only thing I could do. Same here. I didn't know how strong I could be until being strong was the only thing that I could do for Muhammad. Okay, and the last thing I want to tell you before I run for my sudden trip is it all starts with the dream of what you want for your child. Okay, so for me, my own personal school experience was very bad. I was always bullied by teachers, not just students, by teachers, by the caretakers, by everybody in general, because of my neurodiversity. And I did not want 10 times worse case scenario for my son, because he had 10 times more difficulties than I had. his age. When I was 3, I could speak. When he was 3, he could not speak. When I was 3, I was not hyperactive. I had attention. I could follow through commands. When he was 3, he was hyperactive. He could not follow through commands. He did not understand a single thing you could tell him. Okay? So even though I was a lot capable of leading a normal life, I still struggled in school, which was why I was so adamant in trying to help him get really prepared for the school system. And here's the thing, I don't like running the other way. I'm not a coward. I don't want to run away from the problem. I want to face the problem. And by facing the problem is how the problem actually gets diminished. And the other crucial thing is we fear what we don't understand. So a lot of the times you fear your child's neurodiversity, autistic behaviors, is because you do not understand why he is doing so. Okay? When you understand your child, which is the 5th pillar, okay, need-based parenting, when you understand your child, why he is behaving this way, what he needs to be able to focus and, get himself ready, then it will be very, very easy for you to follow through, to be able to give him or her all the support, physically, mentally, emotionally, nutritionally, all the support your child needs. Because there is a thing, nobody will take care of your child. Nobody will give a damn about your child if you don't give. Okay, if you don't fight. Because thousands and millions of kids are born every single day. There is a competition in the world. And your child needs to make a place for himself or herself so that when you are not there, you are dead, your child still can take care of himself and be successful, marry, have kids, and make you grandma. That's what I wanted for you and for myself as well, okay? So I hope this short live was, good enough thing for you today, because I did not want to take a lot of time. But I want to share a little bit of how I have prepared myself for the sudden trip that we are taking. So a lot of you have DM'd me saying that, you want to take your kids outside to have play dates and whatnot, but you were scared of what to feed and what to not. So here's the thing. What I did today, this morning, when I just woke up and made the decision that I want to take them out, because summer is going off very fast here. Fall is very much approaching. So I packed our own lunch here. Okay. This is our sourdough bread with chicken. Okay. That's what I packed for them, and some snacks here that has, cuts up fruit with some hummus and dip and things like that. They also like, shake. So the protein shake that I use is from Purium. I give them as well as I eat them. I have got some of their backpacks ready because this is their school bag. Okay, this is their school. That one is Muhammad's and this one is Ira's. So that's their school bag. So when you pack things for them, if you are going somewhere new and you want your child to not be too fussy, make sure you bring their favorite things. Make sure you bring something that they are well aware of, that they like, so that they are feeling that comfort of, their own environment. A lot of the times, neurodiverse kids get really upset when they're outside, okay? Because they cannot really process through all the newness, all the new things. So you have to make sure you take steps so that their routines are not too scattered. They are well within the routine. Establish a routine for them and follow through with that. And stay tuned for my stories. I'm going to share where we are going, what we are doing, what we are eating, and all of those things. Okay? Until next time, bye.